What is going on, guys? My name is Halvy, and today I am bringing you a video that is kind of a response to some responses on one of my previous videos. The video that I told you guys about my first kiss. I got really good feedback, and I'm super happy for, because a lot of times people are like, oh, we don't want to hear about your personal stuff and all of that. Well, I don't care. A lot of you do, a lot of you are interested in that, and that's awesome, and I'm really happy to be able to share those experiences with you. But what's more important than me sharing those experiences with you is being able to help anybody who needs it, or to needs a little bits of advice, or even just somebody to maybe think in a different way of how to handle those types of situations. So with that in mind, this video, I figured I would respond to some of the comments that were created on that video and address you guys via another video. So I figured what I would do is I would get into the negative portion first, get that out of the way so I can end the video with something positive. So be sure to not just stay for this few little bit, try to stay to the end of the video because I have some really good points to be made. So the first comment that I'm going to start off with, so On Point Gaming says to me, Halvy, screw your story, I was 10 and it was a French kiss with a 16-year-old girl. Well, good for you, kid. I don't have much to say to that. I mean, yeah, impressive, dude. That's awesome. You must have been one hot 10-year-old, let me tell you, for a 16-year-old to want to French kiss with you. Now, there's a number of ways that I can look at this, and it doesn't matter. I don't care, and neither should anybody else. But just for the sake of talking here, assuming that this whole thing is true, assuming you were 10 years old and you really did French kiss with a 16-year-old girl, if that was your first kiss, that must have been a sloppy-ass French kiss, let me tell you. For those of you that haven't, French kissing or tongue kissing, making out, it's a really sloppy experience, especially if you're not used to doing it. I remember when my first time kind of making out, whatever, with tongue and stuff was just, I mean, it's not this whole fantasized, super amazing, beautiful, romantic thing as most people think it is. It's kind of gross and weird, and you learn to get over it, and you start to like it at some point in time, but it's weird, and it's sloppy, and yeah. But essentially, for those of you that think like that, of, oh, well, I'm so awesome because I was young and I made out with a really old girl, that wasn't the point of the story that I was trying to say for the last video of what I said, and if you would have listened at all to what I was saying, you would know that. But good for you guys. You're doing something way out of your league and that you don't even understand yet, and the reality is that that's probably not a girl that you'd want to be associating yourself with in the first place. So yeah. The next comment is something that is kind of segueing into where I can address you guys who actually had questions or advice or whatever, but this is kind of tailoring to that first comment as well. This guy, Nervos, I don't know how to say it, Nervos Z, says, my first kiss was when I was 7, now I am 9. And then that kid responded to that by saying, that's not a real kiss. And that kind of, I was thinking about that. I wanted to address something on that, like my thoughts on that, because it's a good question. And I'm not going to actually say that I have an answer for this. What age do you have to be, and what level do you have to be for a kiss to be considered a real kiss? Because sure, when I was in kindergarten, I got married. Does that mean I'm actually married? No. I kissed my little friend back when I was in kindergarten. Did that mean it was legit? No. I mean, sure, you physically kissed, but it wasn't what it is currently today, what it is now to me, you know, what it is to most people. I know that a lot of you guys are younger, are in your elementary school still, or even young high schoolers or whatever, ages 7 to 15. All I'm going to say is that, because I don't know what the correct answer to something like that is, but be wary and understand that kissing and love and relationships and all that stuff, that's going to change so much as you go through your life and experiences. And honestly, your first kiss typically isn't going to be one that you're going to remember as some crazy, amazing, romantic, whatever. Some people it is, and that's really cool. But so what I would say is, you know what? Maybe when you were 7 years old, you had a real kiss, and I'm sure at the time and where you are in life right now, that kiss is real to you. But for someone to say, like, that's not a real kiss, that's not for you to say. You don't know. You know, like, you don't know what this person's doing. You don't know what that person feels, what the relationship is. Don't pass judgment on people because you don't, especially when you don't actually know anything about them. From the other standpoint, though, that's not a real kiss. Understanding the fact is being a 7 or 9-year-old or whatever, you need to understand that it is not at all going to be the same type of kiss that you're going to have, say, 6 years down the road. That's what I'm going to say, and just be aware of that. It's always going to be different, and I don't think there's a matter of what's a real or kiss or not. I think that reality itself is just a consensus, you know? Reality, if you think about it, is just, I mean, we know of things as being reality, we know of gravity as being real, but reality is just a matter of the human race and coming together and figuring out what we apparently all agree on is reality. So, food for thought. The next comment, and this is something that I thought was a perfect leadway into actually addressing other questions and stuff. But this made me smile. I love this comment because it's so true, and I wanted to make this well aware. Crusty tissue, which really nice image there. It's so pitiful. It's like, how dare you actually blow your nose into me or do whatever other creepy things some people do with tissues. Just imagine being that tissue. Like, that would suck. Anyways, Crusty Tissue says, it's funny to see in the comments all these like teenage boys turning into little girls about their first kiss. Although, to be honest, I feel the same as most of them. Now, I thought that was great. I loved it because it's so true. You got even people who are being judgmental about other kisses and all this stuff. Here's the thing. Society, it seems, is trying to downplay the fact of to be a real man and to be a cool person, you can't have any emotion and stuff. Well, it's so not true. The fact is that if you want a girl to like you, you better learn how to tap into your emotion. You better learn how, if she wants her to like you for the right reasons. Romance is not just a girly thing. Romance is tight, man. It's cool. It's cool. Like, I've had a girlfriend for three and a half years now. And you know what? That's awesome. And thinking of manly aside, yeah, she makes me sandwiches. She gets me food. She brings me things, you know? She does things for me that no other people would because she loves me and cares about me. And I don't care who you are, that's pretty damn awesome. And I would gladly, you know, I don't care if you think it's not cool or not. I would take that over not having anybody and just sitting around thinking you're some tough shit because you don't like romance and whatever. The fact is, it is cool. Love is an awesome thing, and the feelings that you get with the excitement and being able to say, oh, that first kiss, this anticipation, the mystery, enjoy it while you can because it's not always there. You know, the fact is that, yeah, I still kiss my girlfriend and everything, but it is not even close to as exciting as it was in the very beginning. And that's not a bad thing, that's normal. But I do miss those days, you know? I miss when it used to be super exciting because it was that mystery of, oh, you know, is she gonna want to, is she not, or how far should I go, and all of these things. You know, that's fun, and that's a cool experience and a cool time of your life. So don't ever think that you're any less of a man or any less of a person. You know, just regardless, don't think that it's some lame thing. Love is awesome, and relationships are awesome, and kissing is great, you know, and kissing is one of the big points, the big focal points of your kind of transitional period in life from being a kid to being more of a kind of growing, a budding person. Spudding, I don't know what the hell the word is. Okay, so the actual first question here. Mr. Butt Sniffer. Well, to start it off, if you go by that nickname, you're probably not going to get very good kisses and whatnot if you're named Mr. Butt Sniffer. Yeah. Regardless, assuming I'm not reading the name who's saying it, he says this. I have a girl in my class I like, but I'm afraid to show my emotions. We are like the same. We like the same thing, but I'm just like nervous. Well, like the thing that might help you out, like maybe like if you like stopped like saying like every other word, that helps. But jokes aside, it's all good. I'm just messing with you if you're watching this video. And again, I chose only a few questions from the comments because I feel like they could pertain to a wide variety of things. This is the kind of where it all starts. This person hasn't even addressed them yet. He hasn't even opened it up yet to being something where I actually like you, I actually feel for you. And that's where a lot of unfortunate things fall into the friend zone. For many of you, I'm sure you're probably aware of it. Most of you are aware of it. For many of you, it might be the real deal, unfortunately. For that, I apologize as a fellow bro. If what you say is true, you're like the same. You like the same thing. That probably means you guys are probably pretty good friends, or you're good to be friends material. But there is something inside of you that because of that, you actually start liking her. She's probably pretty cute, and you want to, you know, see that relationship that you guys have progress to this level. What the prime thing is, and this starts with every single relationship, and I mean relationship, not just some guy who wants to get with a girl and bang, which, by the way, is a whole nother deal, but It's not cool. It's not the real thing. That's not how the real world is, and anything that should be considered respectable. If you're afraid to show your emotions, that's normal. Like, that's totally normal. It's the fear of rejection, the fear of, oh, I don't know if I show this girl that I like her, is she still gonna want to be friends with me? The fact is, you're already assuming that she's not gonna like you back. If you guys share the same interests, if you guys like, you know, are friends with each other, if you guys interact with each other at all, well, chances are she might like you too. And if she doesn't, well, she's probably not a good friend, a good enough friend, if she's willing to let something as simple as that tear you apart. I've had many experiences in my life where I have either liked somebody and told them, and then they stopped even interacting with me because we were friends. But I've had vice versa. I've had a ton of experiences where a girl would say to me that they like me or that they whatever. And does that mean that I'm all like, oh, you like me? Well, shit, I can't be around you then. I can't talk to you anymore. We can't be friends. No, I mean, get a hold of yourself. Someone says that they like you, that's a compliment. I've never understood the other way. Like, it's a compliment for somebody to like you. That means that they more than just appreciate you as your friend. They like you. They want to be more with you. They want to have a relationship with you because you're that awesome of a person. For your sake, the emotion things, it's a big thing is just confidence. Just be confident in yourself, you know what I mean? And that's going to be hard because everybody's growing and constantly changing, but just be happy and content with who you are, because if you're confident with who you are, it doesn't matter who the person is, because if they don't like you for who you are, then they're not the one for you anyways. And I think that's what it all comes down to. Karen Dave asked, or Karen, as most people tend to judge me because I'm fat. I have this girl I've liked for a ridiculously long time, but the constant insults that I'm fat and that I don't deserve her make me scared. Also, every time I do try to talk to her, I get choked up. What do I do? So that's a sad thing to see, because I understand it. I'm a pretty thin guy, you know, I have a thin frame. I have, you know, it's not that I'm like malnourished or anything. I work out, I do things like that. When you're a kid and stuff, you have a really high metabolism. Some people who are more thin like me, I could eat and I still can pretty much eat anything and get away with it. And I'm fortunate for that. But I used to be called all the time, 6th through 8th grade. I used to be called sticks or called skinny, and oh, you're so skinny, you must not be able to do anything, all this stuff. And that hurt, man. You know, you blow it off at the time, but that stuff festers, and it really starts tearing at you and make you feel horrible about yourself. But what's the reason? Why do you need to even feel horrible about that? The fact is that what I finally came to grips with, that most of the people who did it were overweight. They were probably feeling jealous of it, and they want to put other people down to make themselves feel better. It's a very classical sense of the little man syndrome, where, oh, the little man needs to talk tough and act tough and put other people down to make sure that he can feel a little bit better about himself because he's making up for either a small penis or a short size. I've experienced many of those people, and they're very easy once you are confident in yourself to just get over and push them to the side. For people that do that, stop. It's not cool, and it's really, you don't understand how much it affects people. So addressing Karen Dave here, being fat. You know what? That happens. Sometimes it's more genetic than others, as far as the proneness to getting fat, but the most likely the thing is that you probably do eat a lot. If you're wanting to be fat, okay, keep doing what you're doing, but don't let other people say that affect you. Accept it. I'm friends with a guy who's pretty big. He accepts it. He's just like, yeah, I'm fat, I don't care, whatever, and he's happy. He's good with himself and he's fine, and because of that, people don't make fun of him. Why would you make fun of someone if they literally are they themselves accept it as part of who they are? It's like, hey, you're fat. It's like, yeah, I know. Why are you saying it? And it makes you look like an idiot. Point being is that with the whole fat thing, if you don't like being fat, then you need to do something about it. Don't tell me that you can't. Don't you give yourself excuses for why you're fat, because the reality is you can stop being fat. You're just choosing not to be because it's tough, because it's hard. I know that a lot of people who may be fat maybe say, oh, well, you're skinny, it doesn't matter. Hey, it's just the opposite end of the spectrum. You're going to criticize people being anorexic. I'm not anorexic, but I know my sister has had problems with that in the past. It's the same thing. It's just body image. One way is eating too much, one way is eating too less. Both ways are hard and difficult in their own ways. No one is able to judge, but I am able to say that I know what I'm talking about. Make the choice. If you're tired of people calling you fat, work out, start running, stop eating as much as you're eating, do a healthy nutritional diet, do stuff like that, you know what I mean? You can make a difference. With that said, that's not the point of this. You get choked up every time you try to talk to her, and people make you feel scared. Biggest thing, just be confident about yourself. Work on yourself. Be happy with who you are and stop letting what other people say bother you. The moment I stopped caring about what other people said about me was the moment that I started becoming so much happier as a person. And you will too if you are able to do that. And when you try to talk, you get choked up. That will all change once you become confident. The moment that I became confident about myself, I was able to talk to anybody and not care. I was confident enough in myself to be able to sit and realize, hey, it doesn't matter what they're saying. It doesn't matter what they think. I know who I am. I know what matters, and I know that I have people who care about me for me. So with that said, that's what I would say, man. Be confident in yourself. If you don't like being fat, take care of it. Make it so you're not. Take charge of your own life and stop letting other things like food, a little object, dictate who you are and how you feel. So the last comment that I'm going to end with here is by Ian Holtzman, and that's just the concept that I really wanted to instill as well. Ian Holtzman says, "Nice job, Halvy. I'm 15, but I haven't had my first kiss yet. But I still have my whole life ahead of me, and I like these vids. Please do more." So he says something that is so true, and I'm glad that he's able to realize that. He's 15 years old. People are like 7, 9, 10-year-olds, whatever. Like, you don't need to have a first kiss. I know so many people in college who haven't had their first kiss yet. Are they any less happy? Are they any less able to be with people? No. Why does it matter if you've kissed a person or not? And even a bigger issue, this is something so simple. What about the bigger issue that is people saying and thinking apparently that they need to have sex? They need to not be a virgin to be cool. And I'm going to tell you right now, you guys who think that are idiots. Straight up. You guys are idiots. Because it's not true. It doesn't matter. Being a virgin is actually a pretty respectable thing. That means, think about it, if you're a virgin and you've been with other girls before, that means that you respected those women enough, those other girls enough. You respected them enough not to take it away from them. Because maybe it doesn't mean anything to you. I know that with guys, it's a lot easier to put your emotions aside, to not actually put as much care and effort in things because you think it's cool. But the thing is that maybe not for you, but what about for them? The first kiss, you have your whole life. You really think that you're going to go and not get a first kiss? The fact is that a kiss does not matter. It does not matter for status. It does not matter how cool you are or whatever. It's nothing. The fact is you're going to have your first kiss when you get around to it. Just enjoy life. If you have a relationship, do it for that person. If you're going to kiss the person, kiss them because you love them or because you really appreciate and like them and you want to kiss them and everything, not just because you want to kiss. Anyways, this is a little bit of a longer video, but I felt that it was really important and I wanted to address it, and I'm really glad that there was the few of you that did step up and say something and ask something, because it gives me the opportunity to help, because that's what I really want to do. I want to help anybody out that I can. I don't care how young, how old you are. I'm sure that even the people who commented, I'm sure that I could have reached farther than just them, and I know that some of you viewers are probably, even if you're not going to comment or haven't commented, I'm pretty sure that you can relate to at least one of the things that I said in this video. So with that said, I'm not saying that I'm completely right. I'm not saying that I'm so almighty and knowing and accurate about everything, but what I am saying is that I have experience, and I believe in what I'm saying. So regardless of if you agree or not, just consider it. Just consider what I'm saying and think about it. Because if you think about it and just, filter through your thoughts, ask why. Ask yourself, why do I feel the things that I do? Maybe if you really ask yourself deep down, you'll realize why you're doing the things that you're doing, and maybe realize that it's not actually who you are or who you want to be. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something or took something away from this. And again, leave a like if you did, if you enjoyed. Also leave a comment in the comment section below. If there's any questions you have, any comments you have. Love making these videos, and I'll be coming out with another personal video soon to maybe spit on some more conversation and stuff like that. I love you guys. You have amazing support, and I really appreciate it. And will continue appreciating it as long as I continue making these videos. So follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, or follow me on Instagram. It'll really, I interact with people a lot on those too, so if you're interested, then do that for sure. But with that said, stay beautiful, have a fantastic freaking day, and we'll see you later.